Welcome back to part 2 of the series, Run the Shoes You're In. The whole idea behind this series is to somehow, some way, not buy new shoes. Even on clearance? Even on clearance. And instead, I'm gonna run and review the shoes that are already in my closet. Today we are continuing my anti-shoe rotation, which is basically the opposite of my ideal shoe rotation. Of the shoes that I own, these are the shoes that I reach for last in any particular category, so daily trainer, max cushion, threshold, blah, blah, blah. The category today is race day shoe, and the race day shoe that I reach for last is the Adidas Adios Pro 3. What? The Adidas Adios Pro 3. No, I heard you, I just didn't know I was gonna get in a fight today. We don't have to fight. Well, then don't call the Adios Pro 3 a bad shoe. Hey, don't gaslight me, other me. I didn't say it was a bad shoe. It's actually a very good shoe. I'm confused. In fact, I would go as far as saying that the Adios Pro 3 is the best shoe in my whole anti-shoe rotation. Okay, I'm more confused. It is the best shoe that I reach for the least. No, not getting it. Okay, the Adios Pro 3 is better than the Vomero 16. Yeah, well, of course, it's a super shoe. Yeah, well, it's super disappointing. Oh, you. Explain yourself. Well, yeah, I'm trying to explain. That's why this video exists. This is essentially my 102-mile review of the Adios Pro 3. Okay, I believe you. 102 miles is oddly very specific. Okay, we are gonna cover upper, outsole, midsole, what it feels like to run in the shoe, and what other shoes I reach for before I reach for this one, and why. Upper first. For the upper, it's very similar to Adizero Raceline uppers like in the Takumi Sen 8 and the Primex. They are very breathable, but there's just not a lot of stretch or give to it. So getting these shoes on is either gonna be mildly inconvenient for you or a gigantic pain in the ass, depending on how you swallow your first world problems. Here's how I personally put the shoe on. Step 1, cut a hole in the box. Stuff your foot into the shoe. Step 2, pull on this little tab, this little elf ear, which I wish was a loop. Step 3, army crawl your toes to the front of the toe box while pulling on the elf ear. Needless to say, it is a snug fit, which is a great attribute for race day shoes. Very true. Oh, good, so then you agree with me. It's the best racer on the market. You sound like my wife. Hey, that's sexist. And I don't appreciate the comment earlier about the elf ear either. I apologize. And it's our wife, okay, not yours. Sorry, queen. Okay, onto the outsole. Look, there's almost no wear on the shoe whatsoever, and I haven't slipped once, so Strava kudos to you, Adidas. Yes, you with the hand raised. Yeah, what's the difference between Strava kudos and regular kudos? Well, I am a whore on Strava. Everybody gets kudos. It's like Halloween out there. Everyone's getting candy. Wow. I'm sorry I asked. Okay, now we're gonna talk about my favorite part of the shoe, the midsole, and I'm gonna start with the predecessor, the Adios Pro 2, and then after I get done talking about this shoe, we'll look at the 3 changes they made to number 3 and the impact that that has on the ride. So for number 2, there's 39.5 millimeters of stack in the heel, 29.5 in the forefoot for a 10 millimeter drop. There's carbon rods, it's a fun shoe, lots of energy. I actually have my half marathon PB in this shoe. However, I still have not felt comfortable enough taking it the distance in the marathon. And neither did Adidas probably, which is why they made a few upgrades to number 3. Namely, they added more foam, so there's still 39.5 millimeters in the heel, but 33.5 in the forefoot for a 6 millimeter drop. So they added 4 millimeters of foam up front. Secondly, they widened the platform underneath, namely in the forefoot, like across the shoe, as you can see here. There's more stability in the number 3. And lastly, on the drop off, on the roll through, I think that the angle, what I call the toe cliff, the like drop off here up at the front, I feel it's like more pronounced in the number 2 and it's more mild, probably as a consequence of adding the foam up front. And this all changes the ride significantly from version 2 to version 3. I want to share a secret with you. Love is not controlling, so you tap the like button if you feel like it. Or don't. Exactly. Or don't. We love you anyway. All right, now let's talk about the ride. On paper, it is an NBA first round draft pick. In reality, it's a role player. It's JJ Redick. Take that back. It bats 8th in the lineup. Hey, don't change sports analogies. It's a slot receiver. Stop it. It's a forward on your third line. Wait, what sport is that? Hockey. Oh, I live in Texas. It's the 1 seed that gets upset by the Cinderella story in the March Madness tournament. Okay, we get it. Can you please be more shoe specific? It's a balanced ride. In a word, pleasant. The nice guy. Zero element of danger. No tattoos? Nope. And not gonna choke out anybody. What? Okay, you want the truth? I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not exciting anymore. It's not exciting anymore. It lost its propulsion, and propulsion is why I buy super shoes. It's what makes them super. So there's no more 10mm drop, so I don't feel like it's like this. So I don't have this angle that's like propelling me forward. There's no more roll through. In fact, this little angular weird bullshit over here like makes my foot almost feel like it's going on the outside, so I have to come in and it slaps. It's like the alpha fly. It's got alpha fly syndrome. You see that? That's called alpha fly syndrome. You got a gap here, okay? So there's no roll through, and it just, I lost my little cliff. I don't feel that spring. This shoe is not exciting anymore, and it makes me angry. Anger is just misplaced grief. I'm sad about it. I haven't grieved because I paid $180 for a shoe that I might cry. That colorway though. I do like the purple. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, so in conclusion for the Adios Pro 3, I will not be using it for marathons. However, I will be using it for marathon training, long runs, and also for some tempo efforts. Stay tuned next week because I'm bringing the podcast back and I have a very special guest. I will be interviewing other me. We're still on for that, right? Yeah. Let me just check here. Yeah, we're good. All right, so if you enjoyed this roller coaster, then you will probably enjoy that piece of work. I want to share a secret with you. I love my wife. I love my children. I have a child! That was pretty good. I love my job. I don't want to be full-time on YouTube. So I don't actually care if you subscribe or like this video. Yeah, right. Then why do you have a call to action in every one of your videos? Because it forces me to be creative and it's fun. Yeah, I'm calling bullsh. Maybelline, please be quiet. I have a child. Maybelline.